Oh, sweet God, let this be true. Merciful God, I hope this happens. If this happens, this is going to be the Hail Mary of all plays. Friends, hello. What is it? It's Tuesday, and we've already got some stuff going on in the market this week. So if you know me, hello, hi again. If you don't, let me say I'm glad you're here. And yes, I am an active investor in Rumble. I've been preaching, praising here Rumble, what the company is and what it's been doing here lately. Rumble's been killing it. They've been doing better in quarterlies, and I've made a few videos on this, but in another week or so, about 2 weeks now, Rumble will have their last quarterly for last year, which will be their fourth quarter, and we're expecting it to be good. We're expecting it to have some better numbers here, and obviously Rumble has been killing it in the sector with just subscribership growing this year, free speech platform very much taking off right now, and Rumble is launching a new product, but also the main source of the news of what's going on right now, we're hoping that this happens, is that obviously the government is threatening to take down TikTok within like hours at this point, probably by the time you're watching this video. And it's pretty serious this time. It looks like something could actually be happening here. Like it is, we have Democrats and Republicans, like this is like the only thing they agree on out of all the crap going on in the world. They agree that TikTok needs to go. Go figure. Not to mention that people are starving around the world and everyone's poor, but TikTok's got to go. So with that, Rumble, I don't even like, this is somewhat weird, but it's like, is this even legal? What happened here? But the CEO, Chris here of Rumble, took to social media and said, hey, we are prepared to take on TikTok here from a database stance. So they want to acquire TikTok. Now, obviously, I guess it would still say TikTok. I don't even know the fine details of what this actually would mean. This would be huge for Rumble. I mean, you've already got Rumble killing it this year with deals and where they're projected to go. But now this could be like the really big push that Rumble needs. I mean, this would be huge ad revenue, people going to Rumble. And honestly, getting a younger generation involved in Rumble, and this is what Rumble needs. Like, I literally just talked about this days ago before any of this news broke, that like Rumble just needs one main thing. It needs people to pay attention to it. Like, most people don't even know about Rumble. I sadly just came on to Rumble. Like, I just made an account on Rumble about 2 months ago, and Rumble's booming right now. I'm killing it over there somehow. But Rumble is more of a, I don't want to say more, it is a free speech platform. It is, let's just say if you go on there, you're going to see it geared towards more of a free speech / broism kind of entertainment right now, and that's kind of where it's at right now. But I in a sense too, I would love Rumble, and it will over time just grow into different avenues. But if this were to actually happen, Rumble were to take on TikTok here, take it on, this would be huge. This would be huge because TikTok, I think everybody and their mother knows about TikTok. TikTok is blown up. It's taken over everything. I mean, I believe TikTok is almost, if not bigger than Facebook or Meta at this point, with active users. Now, Facebook obviously has a bunch of users that aren't even alive anymore. It's been around for over a decade, so there's that. But TikTok is a huge billion-dollar business on a weekly basis. So this would make Rumble move up very fast to a competitor, like side-by-side competitor with Meta, with YouTube, Google. Obviously that's all one conglomerate. Just talking about stock price, what this means for Rumble. So like I said, I don't want to sound like a broken record here, but I just made a video about this. Rumble will be having their quarterlies here days from now. So we are expecting to see Rumble kind of move up here. Now, this news with this might progress pretty fast. I don't know how fast. The fact that the CEO of Rumble came out and said this publicly was like, he had to have known that this was going to make the stock go crazy. It's almost like, I think Elon Musk has done things more gentle than this, and he's gotten fined, millions of dollars. So it's kind of like, does he know this is going to happen, or is he just like saying like, hey, we'll take on TikTok gladly? Yeah, that'd be freaking awesome. And I think there's people that go like, yeah, I guess that's cool, but you need to understand, like, this is huge. TikTok is freaking huge. I mean, you are talking about millions of people. You are talking about millions and billions of dollars in, that would go into Rumble, which would automatically clear out the rest of the year for quarterlies. Like, they would like just shoot straight up. And then you would have these big hedge funds looking at Rumble, and it would almost like solidify that Rumble is going to be a top contender sooner than later with, YouTube and Meta here. And I say YouTube more because obviously that's what it's geared towards. It's the top competitor to YouTube right now with long videos and how it's on there. God, I hope there's more that's going on behind the scenes that we don't even know yet. Now, with TikTok being a Chinese-based company, what analysts are saying right now is that they believe that TikTok's American worth right now is about $40 billion. That's a lot of money. By comparison, Rumble has a market cap of $2 billion. So that's a big difference right there. And we know that Rumble probably has less than $300 million in cash. So I don't know what this deal would look like, but TikTok in a way could be desperate for something to happen, because they know that North America is a huge market for them, and obviously you can buy things on TikTok now. I mean, it's a huge thing. So if Congress were to say like, hey, you've got 48 hours to do something, we could see a deal done fast. I don't know. Lawyers work fast when there's a lot of money involved. And this is honestly just breaking here, like as like something tomorrow else could happen here. It's kind of unfolding right here, right now. I really am like shocked that the CEO came out and said this. It seems like he knows this is going to drive up the stock price. So going right back to the stock price, people are obviously asking me like, what do I think this thing's going to run to? I think Rumble was going to run to almost $10 alone just off this next quarterly, off the assumption that it was going to do good. $8, we've hit $8, not a really big deal at this point. It hit $8 again today, and then it closed the day around like a 9, we'll call it at 7.9 here. So could this be what breaks it into double digits? Yeah, it could, especially if something else breaks tomorrow where there's like some kind of, let's say tomorrow or the next day, some kind of article breaks where, TikTok and Rumble are having, like we hear, like they're having a meeting. That would throw the stock up again. I think for a moment here, until there's some kind of concrete, word here with what's happening, and it's just whispers, it's going to be FOMO that's running Rumble up here, and that's totally fine. We'll take it. So either way, if the deal doesn't happen, the long term of life of Rumble, I think it's going to be fine. It's just going to be, the main thing that this would do right now is just really like, it would shave off years of financial burden for Rumble. I mean, this would throw millions, billions of dollars into Rumble's bank account, getting them out of this little circle that they're in right now, and a lot more people would learn about what Rumble is, because Rumble is still in this area where a lot of people don't know about it, and they don't want to know about it because people love YouTube. They have YouTube and they have TikTok, and Instagram is in there too, which obviously we know what Instagram is owned by. But Rumble this would be huge. And if you are a stockholder in Rumble, this is tremendous. This is a Hail Mary play right now. So two big things right now to look at. Obviously Congress, this week, like they're saying they're going to make a decision whether to get rid of it or keep it. But like I said, it's getting a lot of criticism from Democrats and Republicans that they do not want TikTok allowed in the United States anymore. So if Rumble and TikTok were to come to an agreement about cloud space and how they broadcast it in North America, some kind of deal were to be made, obviously there'd be a huge financial deal in that too. And really, like, I'm not even looking like, Rumble is not going to become TikTok, TikTok is not going to become Rumble. They're still going to be two separate things. But if there were, this could be a huge deal for Rumble. That's really what we're trying to say here, is that this could be a lot of money for Rumble here. This could be billions and billions of dollars to really drive up revenue for Rumble, to where the rest of this year would just be like, coasting. We'd be like, okay, well, we're definitely hitting the next 4 quarterlies here this whole year, and Rumble will probably move up into a double-digit number this year based off of this deal and solidify themselves with, paying off more debt, having more cash on hand, and growing, growing too, because, people would be hearing about Rumble more. So I think it's going to be a good year for Rumble regardless, whether they get this or not. If they do get this, this would be one of the biggest deals we have seen in the stock market lately, really. And it would be a huge shift in, everyone's going to talk about this. Everyone's going to talk about this. And so let's say it does happen. People are going to be trying to get into Rumble like crazy because they know this is going to be a massive deal. It's going to be a massive deal, as what revenue-wise TikTok brings in, it's going to be huge because, obviously TikTok has, it runs ads, but it also sells things, and it has a lot of revenue, how you can give people money, and, TikTok gets a cut from all those things. So it's a huge, money-making machine. Friends, I'm just rambling now. I'm going to shut up. Let me know what you think. Like I said, this is just really breaking. I don't, what I know. I'm kind of just throwing my thoughts out there with what could happen here. I'm kind of like, for once in a blue moon, I'm rooting for Congress to say, like, yeah, we need to ban TikTok because I want to see this deal happen. I'm being very selfish right now. I'm hoping that they keep threatening. And I hope we hear more about Rumble. So I don't expect Rumble to cool down here until we find out more about this deal. This is going to be, these next 2 weeks with Rumble could be very intense because until we hear more about this possible deal, then we have the quarterlies coming up with Rumble. So this could be the moment where Rumble breaks into a double-digit number, and we could see $10 to $12 here very sooner than later. Don't be surprised to see those kind of numbers, as long as this deal keeps hanging over, our head right now, plus with these last quarterlies coming up that are going to tell us a lot more. So, and just the fact that Chris, the CEO of Rumble, said this today, God knows what else he's going to say this week. Like, I can't believe he said that. I can't believe that he was allowed to say that. That's crazy. That's insane. It's like, hey, just want to let you know, here's a tip, and then guess what? Everyone went and bought his product on the stock market. Like, I don't know. Anyway, friends, take care. I will talk to you soon. I really do wish everyone the best of luck with what's going on out there in the market in this situation, what could possibly take place. Super exciting. This is like the most exciting news so far this year, so this is huge. Bye, everyone.